Hey guys, welcome back, or should I say bonjour. I've now crossed the border. I'm in France. Drove through the night last night. The Canfranc International Railway Station is now being turned into a hotel or something, so it's under construction and you can't get in, no access to the public anymore. So yeah, I had to unfortunately I got some pictures which I'll put in a little slideshow, but yeah, no, I couldn't get in there. Really disappointed with that. It's been on my bucket list for a while, but still a spectacular place with a beautiful backdrop. But yes, so we are in France. I'm just outside of Limoges in a little village called Oradour-sur-Glane. Oradour-sur-Glane. And basically what it is where I'm stood right now is the old village. And if we pan round behind me over my shoulder, you probably can't see because of the sun glare, is the new village. See a couple of buildings back there. So basically what happened here is, and I don't want to get hammered by the historians, I'm going by what the tourist information book says in there, and that's where I've got this information from. So if it's wrong, it's not my fault, it's theirs. Okay, so basically a little bit of backstory on this place. On the 10th of June 1944, a retreating SS Panzer Division was coming through the village, and they actually killed 642 villagers here. Of that, it was 247 women and 205 children. What they actually done is the men were led into a barn where they were shot in the legs, kneecapped basically, covered in fuel and set on fire, burnt alive basically. Anyone trying to escape was obviously shot. And it's sort of very, very similar with the children. I mean, we see the church as we go in and go round, but they were all herded into the church where they were burnt alive. Again, anyone trying to escape through windows or doors was shot. So I was here last year with my dad. I was fishing just outside of Limoges, and we sort of one day just come here, and you know, it was really powerful. But last year I wasn't doing these videos, so I didn't film it, which is a real shame. So that's why I really wanted to get back here and sort of take it in again, because it's a really, really powerful place. And hopefully you'll get sort of a glimpse of that as we walk around. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a wander around, take you guys with me. So let's go and have a look. So this is one of the sort of the main streets. It is like a memorial, so everything is blocked off. You can't actually get inside or touch anything. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so got a bit of a low sun, which might cause a few problems, so sorry about that, guys. This is obviously it would have been a family home. Now obviously I know when the SS Panzer Division came through here, they obviously burnt a lot and things like that, so I don't know how much of what you're seeing, you know, is decay over time, and basically that or damage from, you know, the day itself. So unfortunately I'm not. They do audio guides and things here as well. Perhaps I should have picked one of them up, but you know, it's, from what I'm led to believe, it's pretty much untouched from the day it happened. So yeah, I mean obviously it's going to decay a little bit over time, but yeah. And as I said, I mean, I've seen a few videos on this place online, and you know, there's so many, as there always is, conspiracy theories about what actually happened here and things like that. And I mean, the information I gave you at the beginning of the video is taken straight out of the official sort of souvenir tourist guide you can buy from here. So as I say, please don't shoot the messenger. You know, there's all sorts of stories about the government being involved, like there always is, and things like that. So, but obviously, I think obviously I didn't get his name. I should have wrote down all the names, details of key players. But I believe the leader of that particular troop was brought to justice for doing this. As I say, always one thing I noticed as well is when I was here last time, you'll notice that most houses, if not all of them, in the wreckage somewhere there's an old sewing machine. And look at that fireplace, still a pot in there. As I say, I'm in this place. I'm not the most sensitive man, you know. I often speak before I think, you know. I speak out of context and can be a bit blunt sometimes, but even for me, this place, the feeling, it's incredible just how powerful this place is. And on a lot of the houses now, they've got these plastic plaques with, I'm assuming, the names of the residents. There we go, there's the first sewing machine. Just take some stills and we'll get back to the video. Alright, so this is the church. What I'm also doing, guys, is getting lots of pictures. So I'll stick them in the slideshow at the end if you want to see a bit more. So impressive. As I say, I mean, I can only really imagine what went on in here. All those kids and women. But that's how I say, that's if you believe what's been said. I'm not going to get into that debate with anyone. You know, I'm just here to share my experience and my thoughts. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that have got different theories on what happened here. But yeah, sorry I can't film it all. It would be a 3-hour-long video if I did, so I'm filming what I think is the highlights, and as I say, if you guys want to see the pictures and the stills, by all means hang around to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Lots of cool things coming up on the channel soon. And as I say, it is going to be a bit more random content. There's still going to be lots of urban exploring, lots of paranormal stuff, and so on. but there's also going to be some animal stuff and various other things, so bear with me. If one video isn't to your taste, doesn't mean they're all not going to be. There's still going to be lots of stuff like this. Right, let's get some pictures. As I say, this place means a lot to me, and just the way it makes me feel. It's such a powerful place. Sort of going back to what I said about if we were in Britain, you know, the sewing machines and things wouldn't be here. I didn't necessarily mean someone would have, you know, nicked them or whatever, although the UK, some little scrope will spoil it for everyone else and have one away to stick on eBay, no doubt. But you know, in Britain we have this a completely different culture, and it's one of my biggest pet peeves with the UK. Places like Bodmin Jail, really historical places, but there's no profit in tourist attractions anymore. You know, there's profit in hotels and conference centres and business suites, you know, and I don't know. I mean, I know France, you know, was hit really hard in World War II, you know, and there was a lot of devastation and a lot of stuff like this. So, you know, I think it's probably more important for France to document and freeze in time, you know, what they went through, you know, more than us. But yeah, it's one of them. I don't really have a lot of words. I'm not going to start getting into the history of World War II because I don't really know it. You know, I know certain things, and I'd like to think, you know, what I read is true. So, but yeah, this isn't a history channel, unfortunately. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to tell you the ins and outs of World War II and this place, and you know, you're going to see a lot more of this stuff because we're going to head down along the coast, go down to Omaha Beach, look at the some of the old bunkers and things, and also you know, since I was in school, I mean, we come over here with school back when I was sort of 14, 15, so nearly 16 years ago now, 17 years. No, more than that, I'm 35, bloody hell. See, my maths is as bad as my history, nearly 20 years ago. Yeah, so, and obviously, I vividly remember the, you know, the American war graves, and I really want to revisit them now that I'm older, so we're going to go look at that. But let's carry on, let's have a look at the village and sort of head out. See, this one's quite sad. See the entire family, all of them lost. Because I think, I mean, I'm talking about, you know, from my point of view and my opinion, and it is only that. I think my generation especially, don't really understand, you know, what the world war's really done and what it caused, and the heartache and losses. And even, you know, in today, in the likes of Afghanistan and things like that, I mean, it, you know, it just shouldn't be necessary. Life is precious, but, you know, it's one of them. I kind of find it hard to explain, but, you know, I think when I think of the poor kids and things, innocents, I mean, so innocent, you know, being taken like that, it's absolutely, it just chills my blood. I mean, this is such a big place, and as I say, that's kind of why I can't record it all, and I'm sorry for that, guys, but it truly is a magical place, and I don't mean in a joyful way. It just, it really makes you think. Really makes you think. Even for someone like me that wasn't even born when all this was going on. You know, I was born some 44 years later, in 1984. And yeah, visiting a place like this really gets the old mind going. The old well, cool, that goes down a way. Yeah, it's a place of reflection, definitely. There's a building that's sort of done well to survive. And up the back there, you can probably just see some of the tombstones. That's the graveyard or the cemetery for the village. Out of respect and the fact that they're cutting grass up there, I'm not going to go up there. We're sort of coming back round to where we were. That's that old car down there. As you can see, there's the cemetery a bit clearer. Lots of tombs and very pretty monuments. I don't think I'll ever get bored of this place. I was last here in November last year, so not quite a year ago yet, but not far off. And yeah, it hasn't changed a bit, which obviously you'd expect from a protected monument, but I mean the feeling and the atmosphere, you know, it's, again, I think, you know, the weather was very similar as well. Sort of being this far into France, it's obviously the weather's a bit nicer, a bit longer, but can't promise that when we get down to Normandy. Obviously there's a lot more places in France I'm going to hit as well, but yeah, I couldn't really leave this one out. As I say, if you guys do want to know more, Google the place, because you'll get much more accurate information than if I tried telling you. But I don't think you guys really tune into this channel to learn history anyway, so I don't think you're going to be that disappointed. But yeah, love this place. And I don't know whether it's my age or what, but you know, World War II has really started to interest me. Not in a morbid way, but you know, I mean, my granddad, you know, he fought in World War II. He survived World War II. You know, he passed away many years later from a respiratory infection. There's a car buried under all the rubble there. So yeah. woodworking machines. Let's go down to the beginning again. So just heading sort of back down towards where I came in. There's a little sort of cut off to some bits here. Some sort of hole covered with some sleepers. Oh, maybe some sort of weighing station. Wow, look at that. Impressive. Yeah, it must be some sort of weigh station or something like that. Unfortunately, I don't know what that says, so if any of you guys can translate. I must say, where I am near Limoges, here in Oradour, you know, it's such a beautiful region of France. The roads are better, people are really friendly, and I kind of found that in Spain. I mean, the people are friendly enough, but I'm by no means fluent at French, but I kind of picked the language up a bit easier. Even if I don't quite understand what they're saying, I can kind of, you know, grasp what they're trying to say. So I do prefer France, I must admit. Although the weather in Spain was gorgeous, but it's not really cold in here. I mean, it's about 15 degrees there. But when you think yesterday when I left Spain, I left 27 degrees, it's a bit different in that sense. Such a incredible place. Now you might be able to see that white building through the trees there. That's the new church, part of the new village of Oradour-sur-Glane. Obviously I didn't explain that at the beginning, but the old village where we are now, where the massacre took place, was obviously left standing untouched as a monument for people to see, and the village was rebuilt just over there where that church is. I believe the mayor and the president at the time felt it was important to leave this place unmolested, you know, in respect to those that lost their lives there. So a new village was built. Right, I think that's about it. Right then guys, so that's me done here. I've got loads of stills and pictures that I'm going to put at the end of this, so just after I finish with this I'll put a little slideshow up, so if you want to see a bit more, some of the stuff that I may have missed, then by all means do. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys at the next location, wherever that may be. Have a good day and I'll see you later.